Good morning, guys. This is everything you need to know about Minecraft version 1.0. The first addition is we have a front-facing third-person view, which was unavailable in the development versions of the game. Speaking of versions of the game, a new hardcore mode has been added, where the player only has one life and can't continue playing after death. Having a world like that would be quite an achievement. Speaking of achievements, new ones were added in 1.0. I'll be going over these later. New structures were added. The Nether Fortress, a huge building that houses some new dangerous mobs. This structure only generates in the Nether dimension. There is an end portal room, which is a new room added to strongholds. The portal in this room, when complete, takes you to a new dimension called the End. The End was inspired by a mod called the Aether mod. Originally, the End was going to be called the Sky dimension and looks something like this. But that all changed to what we have today. 3 new game mechanics were added, the first being experience points. These points are tallied and shown at the screen when you die. These experience points can be stored into levels, which are used in the next game mechanic, enchanting. Enchanting is a new way of making your tools, armor, and weapons stronger, by enchanting them in an enchanting table. The level of the enchantment can be increased by surrounding the enchantment table with bookshelves. Because knowledge is power. The max enchantment level is level 50. Yes, in this version it is level 50, and when enchanting the item, all enchantment points are used. Brewing is the final mechanic added. Now potions could be made to make the player faster, stronger, and even fire resistant. The last one will come in handy in the Nether dimension. 13 new items were added, these being the lily pad, pumpkin seeds, spider eyes, fermented spider eyes, ghast tears, nether warts, blaze powder, glistening melon, golden nuggets, magma cream, blaze rods, eye of ender, and the dragon egg. Is the dragon egg an item or a block? Let me know in the comments below. 8 new blocks were added, these being nether bricks, nether stairs, nether fences, mycelium, and endstone. The remaining 3 were brewing stands and cauldrons, which were used to make potions, and the enchanting table. With the introduction of potions, new potion items were added. There were 7 new potion effects added, with the ability to increase the potency or the time of the potion, as well as change them into splash potions. The effects were strength, regeneration, instant health, fire resistance, speed, and poison. Using these potions would give you an advantage against mobs. In Minecraft version 1.0, there were 6 new mobs added to the game. The snow golem, which can be made by stacking 2 snow blocks and a pumpkin. I'm going to call you Frosty. Snow golems will shoot snowballs at hostile mobs. Frosty, no! They drop snowballs when they die. Mushroom, which are a variant of cow found in Mushroom Island biomes. These drop steak and leather when killed, much like regular cows. Villagers who wander around and occupy villages. They drop nothing when killed. How useless. In the Nether, magma cubes were added, which are the Nether dimension's form of slime. These drop magma creme, which can be used to make fire-resistant potions. Blazes were also added to the Nether. These spawn in Nether fortresses, but are more commonly found spawning from blaze spawners, also found in Nether fortresses. The last mob added to Minecraft 1.0 was the Ender Dragon, which is the new boss of Minecraft, found in the new End dimension. Defeating this mob will get you an achievement and access to the rarest block in the game, a dragon egg. Passive mobs can now be bred together using wheat. When 2 mobs are each fed wheat, they'll go into love mode and produce a baby mob of that type. These mobs are sheep, pigs, cows, and chickens. It takes 20 minutes for a baby mob to become fully grown, and it takes 5 minutes for a mob to be able to be fed a wheat again to go into love mode. It means it's possible to get renewable wool by creating a baby sheep, and when it grows up, collecting its wool. In the next version, sheep will gather their wool back when eating grass, but currently this isn't a feature. In Minecraft version 1.0, you could use the negative item glitch to duplicate items. This was done by interacting with a crafting table while going through a nether portal. When you went through the portal, one item would be thrown out of the crafting table, and the other item with a value of 0 would also be thrown out. This means you can now subtract items from your item with 0. For example, we subtract 8 blocks. When this block is updated to a later version, we can then see the numbers and -8 blocks in item form. If these get added together, we lose our duped items, but this can be fixed by item overstacking, which is a fancy word for making an item stack more than 127 items. In version 1.0, a new method for breaking bedrock was discovered, using pistons. Using some manipulation, you would confuse the game into thinking the bedrock block was the head of the piston, so when deactivating the piston would result in the bedrock being broken. Speaking of broken, hit that subscribe button. I want to say a huge thank you to the 59 of you who have already subscribed. Thank you! I also stream this World 1 series, link in the description. In our World 1 series, we updated our beta world to version 1.0, and with it came the new achievements. First thing to do to get the new achievements is gather some diamonds. This can be done by either simply mining some diamonds, or if you already have diamonds, then drop them and pick them back up. Then we need to enchant our gear. I went mining in search of a dungeon to turn into an XP farm. Fun fact, the zombies take damage even though they are falling into water. This is because falling into water would only negate damage taken in versions 1.4.3 and later. After we collected some XP, we made an enchanting table and surrounded it with bookshelves. We enchanted a pickaxe to try to get the Silk Touch enchanted pickaxe. Nope. Finally! Note this was actually done in pre-releases so we could Silk Touch spawners, but shh. With our new pickaxe, we gathered items that we couldn't gather originally, such as grass blocks, coal ore, redstone ore, lapis ore, and diamond ore. We then went in search of a mushroom biome. And after much searching, found one and collected mycelium. We also brought back a couple of mushroom for our barn, and added some mycelium, so they should feel right at home. You could get mushroom blocks by bone mealing mushrooms, and then breaking them with a Silk Touch pickaxe. We then quickly got the overpowered achievement by enchanting a sword and killing a zombie. We then tried to get the sniper jewel achievement, but in this version, it's unobtainable. Now it was time to head into the nether to find a fortress. And there was one right there! We collected the nether blocks and nether wart, which can only be found in fortresses, killed some blazers for their rods, zombie pigmen, who now drop golden nuggets, magma cubes for their cream, and ghasts, who now drop ghast tears. An achievement if you kill them with a fireball. Then headed back to the overworld. Once back, we collected some spider eyes from spiders, crafted some pumpkin seeds from a pumpkin, blaze powder from blaze rods, glistening melon from the golden nuggets, and a fermented spider eye, before making a cauldron and brewing stand for a potion area, next to our enchanting area. This will do for now. After making some potions, and some eyes of enders, we headed to the end. By throwing an eye of ender, it will direct you to one of 3 strongholds in the world. In the stronghold, we found a chest with an apple in it. It was possible to get apples before 1.0, as early as InfDev, by killing a player called Notch. But as not everyone could get Notch to die in their world, I think putting it in the 1.0 archive room makes sense. Give this video a like if you agree. Using gold, we can turn the apple into a golden apple. After wandering around the stronghold, we found the portal room and completed it to go to the end dimension. In the end, we shot the pillars which restore the dragon's health. Then proceeded to defeat the dragon. Fun fact, the dragon's name is Gene. We then gathered some endstone and the dragon egg. The dragon egg can't be collected normally, as it will teleport away. However, it can be collected by dropping it onto a torch or bottom half slab. When entering the end fountain, an end poem would be read before taking you to your spawn location. Back at spawn, we built our archive room using blocks from this version and stored our new items. We are now ready to update to version 1.1, but first we are going to make a stop in snapshot 11W49A. You can find out why in the version 1.1 video. Have a great night, and thanks for watching. Bye!